My name is Hovey, and I'm at the Sam and Adele Golden Foundation for the Arts. I'm an installation artist, and I'm medium specific to the project as opposed to a particular medium in my body of work. So when I'm traveling for residencies, I try to work with materials that are regional and from the area that I'm exploring. And because I do a fair number of residencies, maps are very important to me, and they're my first impression of a space and a place. Maps have always come up in my work here throughout time. One, because of their political significance and the impact mapping has, but also as a day-to-day necessity when I'm outside my own environment. So it seemed relevant to do mapping for a project called The Other New York, in the sense that you're looking at spaces outside of what one normally sees as the mecca of art. Part of my obsession with mapping is that the data is only relevant if it's necessary. Otherwise, it's just kind of white noise for people. I wanted to reference landscape with this, but to shift the traditional landscape of a landscape painting to a more abstract landscape that's on the floor. So why directly on the floor? I wanted to remove the structure and the support structure and make an immediate contact. Traditionally, painting has been on a canvas or a panel or a surface that could be moved from place to place and remain the same. I wanted to reference the immediacy of the relationship between venue and the art that's being shown. The materials that I'm working with are all from the Golden Paint line. I think they're really significant not only to this region because they're a family and employee-owned company, which is rare, but they have a true dedication to innovation and quality. And you can see that here in their residency. Everything is completely top-notch and done with such exquisite care that I think we need to celebrate that, and Upstate New York should be incredibly proud. So much like with the products being innovative, the ways one can apply them are as well. And who would have thought all those years in 4-H would be serving my art career? Cake decorating. I'm using a pastry bag. Another cake decorating material, equipment, just a palette knife. I'm squishing into the paint a thin strip of cheesecloth to add strength. I'm hoping when the maps are applied onto the floor, they'll create this dimensionality of like rolling hills and more of a actual topographic landscape. The layer that you're looking at right now is the top floor and the ground level floor of the Everson Museum, all sandwiched together. Here are the highways around the Syracuse region. This is a map of the bus stops in central Syracuse. This is where the project all began. I downloaded maps off the internet, abstracted them in individual layers. This is the one that I was just working on, the Lake Oneida, and maps underneath of the roadways of the Syracuse area. And this is about what the composition will look like when finished. So the maps that I've chosen are all places that I visited while in New York, and all had some relevancy to my stay.